Hi everybody, good afternoon, good morning. Anyone who is watching me, I greet everyone. John K. If today is your first time of watching my YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my YouTube all the time, so that whenever I have a message, you can also get it automatically. I welcome everybody on my YouTube channel. Today I want to share with you about politics today concerning BREXIT, and some politics around the world concerning impeachment of the President of America, Donald Trump. I want us to compare the richest nation, or I should say the white European Union politics, American politics, compared to Africa politics. So before I say stay tuned, I want to show you small debates on the US concerning Trump, and also concerning the impeachment, the debate in the United Kingdom. I want you to stay tuned. But before I bring that video, I want to continue to say, Africa, we have a far way to go. We have a far way to go because our leaders, the way they focus the issue of parliament, the way they have their own agendas is quite different from the white people. Therefore, this time has come for Africa leaders to wake up. Africa leaders, the time has come for them to wake up. They need to think ahead. They need to plan ahead of the future. They should not think of next year or next 2 years. They should think of 10 years, in the next 20 years, in the next 50 years. For example, Germany economy, it is growing every day. Why? Because everybody is working hard. And the leaders, they always plan 20, 30, 40 years ahead, or 50 years ahead. But we, because of the belief of religion, we think after all, the world will come to an end. Brothers, let us not deceive ourselves. Let us not deceive ourselves. Whether the world is coming to an end or it's not coming to an end, we need to build our paradise. We need to focus on building our nation. As I just make a message yesterday concerning poverty achievement. Today also, I want to talk about its politics. The politics compared to European and Africa, or the American and Africa. You can see they make serious debate. It's real challenges, but at the end of the day, the result will come out. At the end of the day, the result will come out. But Africa politics, they always speak with their mouth. You will hear their mouth talking, but at the end of the day, no result comes out. The benefit goes to them. Even America or the Europeans, parliament, the leaders, the lawmakers, even if they achieve something from all the benefits, at least the nation also enjoy the benefits. Most especially the people in the renter, the poor people, the sick people, and the doctors also receive benefit because they treated many people in the low price, and government have to support them in all the workers, all their effort they have been doing to help the nation. In short, I want to say Africa leaders, they have a long way to go. Politics, when you compare to religion, you can see politics sometimes, many times, it's not sometimes, it separates people. if you can compare to American politics now, the Democrats and the Republicans, there is always confusion right from time. They have always grudges among them. There's always grudges. There is always grudges to today. So also with churches. If a church said, maybe for example, you meet a woman and you wanted to marry this woman. Maybe the woman goes to Catholic, it's a Catholic church right from birth, and you attended Assemblies of God. And the woman, you are fall in love to her, she will tell you, come to my church. You say, no, you have to come to my church. You say, no, I've been in Catholic since I was born, and my family is Catholic. My mother is Catholic, my father is Catholic, all my family is Catholic. So if you want to settle with me, come to my church. This is the separation. This is the division among religion as well. That's why I always say politics and religion, they are brothers and sisters. They are one brother, one sister, one brother, one sister, one sister, one brother. So brothers, stay tuned to the message.
I don't know, other than he probably contributed to the campaign along with tens of thousands of other people. I was this weekend, I was taking pictures with hundreds of people. They contribute to the Republican Party, and I stand there and I take pictures, and every once in a while I'll look at somebody, I say, gee, I wonder when that picture is going to be in the New York Times or the Washington Post or on Fox. So it's one of those things. I think Rudy is a high-quality person.
So why is he not on your legal team? Why is he
because I don't want there to be a conflict. I'd love to have Rudy on my team, but he could be a witness at some point if this whole sham continues. I would love to have Rudy on the team. Rudy is on my team, just so you understand. But I'd love to have him up there. But it could be that he'd have a conflict. It could be. But Rudy Giuliani is somebody that I think the press has been very unfair to. Greatest mayor in the history of New York, think of it. And one of the greatest crime fighters of the last 100 years. And he hates to see what's happening because he knows corruption really better than anybody. Okay, go ahead. So Ken Starr is a terrific man. I did make that statement because, frankly, I didn't think that Bill Clinton should have been impeached. And I thought it was terrible. I didn't know Ken Starr, but I didn't think that Bill Clinton should have been impeached. And I was pretty vocal about that. I didn't know Ken, but what I did know is he was very smart, he was very tough, he was very talented. But in a certain way, I was sticking up for Bill Clinton. And, I sort of still feel that way. I mean, what he did was nothing good. There was a lot of lying going on. There were a lot of things, a lot of bad things. Now, with me, there's no lying. There's no nothing. They have nothing. They don't even have a crime. They say there's the only one that's ever been impeached, and he didn't commit a crime. I didn't commit a crime. And then you get into high crimes and misdemeanors. But I didn't commit a crime. So, no, I have great respect for Ken, but I didn't think, frankly, that Bill Clinton should have been impeached.
Show up at your trial any day?
I'd love to go. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be beautiful? I don't know. I'd sort of love to sit right in the front row and stare at their corrupt faces. I'd love to do it. I don't know. Don't keep talking because he may convince me to do it.
Weren't you there?
I think they might have a problem. I think they might. And by the way, I think they've done a really good job. And I think the other side has so lied. I watched the lies from Adam Schiff. He'll stand, he'll look at a microphone, and he'll talk like he's so grieved. These two guys, these are major sleazebags. They're very dishonest people. Very, very dishonest people. When somebody will make up a statement that I made, when you remember the statement 8 times, quid pro quo, 8 times. Think of it. How can you say 8 times? That would mean I was asking somebody 8 different times for the same thing. What kind of a conversation would that be? If you asked once, that'd be fine. If you asked twice, that'd be... How can you ask...
So, as you watch it, so it is. So is the politics of the European Union or the America or white people. White people, their politics. I think they always achieve good things from the politics, even though that same politics bring a lot of division. If you can watch Boris Johnson and his people, his party, and the Labour Party, how they have been fighting on this Brexit. Brexit should have they should have went away since 3 years ago, but they have been debating and debating and debating and debating over and over and over, and this thing has caused a lot of separation, a lot of division among them. But at the end of the day, something good have come out. Something good have come out that they will soon leave EU. They will be on their own as it was before. So I want to urge our African leaders, they should be courageous. They should arise. They should wake up. They should think ahead. They should build our nations. They should build our cities for us. We don't say they are going to build the city from their own pockets. From their own pocket, it's not possible. But we are saying they should release the benefit to organize our institutions, our cities, and more jobs created, and allow all the foreign investment to come and settle in our countries, Africa, elsewhere, West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Southern Africa, and Northern Africa. So that at the end of the day, a time will come, Africans will not even have the desire to travel. Instead, you can only go for holiday. Maybe you are living in Ghana, you are living in Nigeria, or you are living in Gambia. You can only say, now I have holiday from my work. I want to go holiday in Paris. I want to go holiday in Berlin. I want to go holiday in Hamburg. You can go anywhere. But we should be delighted to live in our own countries. And so that with the benefit, we can also enjoy it. Instead of enjoying outside, we will enjoy home. During the time of Muhammad al-Gaddafi, may he so rest in peace, many Libyans, they don't travel anywhere. But rather people come and join them in Libya. So that we will all build up more economical system. But today, Libya is destroyed. Today, Libya is destroyed because of the mind of the same white people. Now, Libya have destroyed. So we should use, our leaders, they should use their mind to develop our nation. Now, I want you to stay tuned once again and enjoy the message of politics between Africa and Europeans. Thank you. Bye.
Release and a complete review of the management of convicted terrorists are among a range of measures designed to strengthen this country's response to terrorism. A promise made by this Prime Minister and a promise delivered. Would the Prime Minister agree with me that we need to do everything we can, whatever it takes, to stop the sickening terrorist attacks from taking place?
Mr. Speaker, my honourable friend is absolutely right about the threat that we face, and that is why this government is putting more resources into catching terrorists, and that is why we have announced a major shift in the UK's approach to the sentencing and management of terrorist offenders. This government will do all that we can to keep our people safe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Next Monday we'll be commemorating Holocaust Memorial Day. It's a time for us all to reflect on the horrors of the past and remind us of the evils of Nazism, genocide, anti-Semitism, and indeed all forms of racism, which we must always all be implacably determined to root out wherever it appears. And this Saturday, Mr. Speaker, hundreds of millions of people will be celebrating Chinese New Year around the world. I'm sure the Prime Minister will join me in welcoming the Year of the Rat and invite all Chinese people to have a great time. Mr. Speaker, if a worker earning just over £12,500 a year receives a £300 bonus, how much of that bonus does the Prime Minister think that worker should be allowed to keep?
Mr. Speaker, let me join the right honourable gentleman in what he said about the importance of Holocaust Memorial Day, and of course in stamping out anti-Semitism and the resurgence of anti-Semitism in our country. And on his point about the low pay, I think perhaps the best answer I can give to him is to remind him that just this week this government increased the living wage by the biggest ever amount, so that people on the living living wage will be receiving an extra £1,000 a year. And if he wants a further elucidation on this point, perhaps he could answer a bit of question.
Mr. Speaker, Greggs are currently giving 25,000 workers a £300 bonus. But some of those workers on universal credit will only be allowed to keep £75 out of that £300. And if the Prime Minister can answer that question and show me that's just and fair, I'll buy him a vegan roll from Greggs myself. But the first aim of universal credit, which is set to affect 6 million people, was to make work pay. But when low-paid workers can't even keep their own bonuses, it's clear the government is punishing, not supporting people. Will the Prime Minister do something to ensure that workers at companies like Greggs on low pay will be allowed to keep their bonuses? Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, under this government, people on low pay will be able to keep more of the money that they earn. It is this government that is cutting national insurance contributions for everybody in the country. It is this government that is increasing the living wage, and it was the right honourable gentleman who voted against tax cuts for the low paid to the tune of £7,800.
The Prime Minister himself fought with unbelievable levels of energy to protect the bankers' bonus. Why can't he do something about the low-paid on very low wages who need to be allowed to keep the bonus they've got? The Resolution Foundation report published yesterday highlighted serious distress caused by the dysfunctional nature of the universal credit system. One claimant said, sometimes you're starving, another said it was horrendous, and another said, it's very hard for me because I'm not very good at computers. Does the Prime Minister think that universal credit is meeting its second aim of making the social security system simpler?
Yes, indeed, Mr. Speaker, we are making the social security system simpler because we have massively reduced unemployment. And I can tell you on this specific point about Greggs, as far as I understand the situation, Greggs is producing record figures, £7 million extra. One person, I believe, has complained about the bonus system that he remarks upon, but it is in the context of unparalleled growth in employment. 359,000 more jobs in this country this year than last year, and the IMF now confirming that the UK economy will grow faster than the rest of the Eurozone. When is he going to stop talking Britain down and start recognising the extraordinary